peers and is dedicated for the professional that helps attribute and find hidden talents in our children. I want to take a moment to just ask, if you have ever been an Iowa Teacher of the Year and you're in this room, would you please stand up? Because I know there's more than one in here right now. Over there, right here. This year's recipient is our own ISEA member, Shelly Rowe. Shelly is a 20-year veteran. Come on up, Shelly. Shelly is a 20-year veteran of our profession and a 5th grade teacher, that's where my heart is, and instructional coach in the Norwalk Community School District. She has taught there since 1977. She serves as a district lead mentor, elementary math curriculum leader, and is coordinated in the elementary summer reading program. She has a very special and personal story that she's going to tell us about why her career began and what she brings out in her passion and enthusiasm for our students in our community. Please join me in welcoming our next year's Iowa Teacher of the Year, Shelly Rowe. Woo!
To be here today. I am Shelly Rowe, and I am the 2017 Iowa Teacher of the Year. For the past 20 years, not only have I been an elementary teacher in the Norwalk Community School District, but I've also been a proud and active member of both the Norwalk Professional Education Association and the Iowa State Education Association. We are only as strong as the members in our group, and from looking around the room, it's evident that ISEA is in good hands with leaders such as you. Thank you for the work you do and the commitment you make to the students and teachers in the state of Iowa. I spoke with President Tammy Warrow a few weeks ago about how to focus my remarks for today, and it was refreshing to talk with her, and it's clear she has the passion, energy, and commitment to take care of our union's members. Thank you, Tammy, for being a voice and advocate for teachers and students in Iowa. When I was growing up, I honestly can't think of a time when I didn't want to be a teacher. In our home, my sister Shannon and I had a large upstairs playroom, and our parents bought us these desks where the tops opened up and you could put things inside. My sister's 2 years younger than me, and I can remember making my lessons and teaching her in that upstairs playroom. My aunt was a 3rd grade teacher, and she was always kind enough to give me old workbooks, outdated teacher's guides, and other materials to help me plan those lessons. Shannon wasn't always a willing participant, which of course frustrated me as her teacher. She didn't have the same love for playing school that I did, and she'd often get bored and turn her attention to Barbies or some other toy pretty quickly. Her unruly behavior and my attempts to keep her in line made me why classroom management is one of my biggest strengths today. She sure did test my patience. Although the days in our homeschool classroom were a preview of what was to come in the future, probably the biggest influence on me becoming a teacher is my Aunt Susie. Susie's just 3 years older than me, and we were thick as thieves when we were kids. She's absolutely my favorite person, and when we were younger, I loved to go to my grandparents' house and spend time with her. Susie and I would spend hours riding our bikes around town or swimming in the indoor pool that my grandparents built to keep her and the rest of my cousins busy when we visited. There wasn't anybody in town who didn't know Susie, and I always begged my parents to make the 30-minute trip from Emmitsburg to Pocahontas to my grandparents' house every weekend so I could spend time with her. The time I spent with Susie taught me about perseverance, patience, and positive attitudes. Susie taught me that life is what you make it, and that determination and hard work will always pay off. She was, and still is, one of the most stubborn, yet enthusiastic people I know, and if it weren't for having her in my life, I may have chosen a completely different career path. Well, you may be wondering what it is about Susie that made me want to be a teacher. Well, Susie has Down syndrome, and growing up with her by my side made me realize that I have an innate desire to work with kids no matter their abilities. I didn't see Susie as different from me. Rather, I saw her as someone who needed guidance, support, and encouragement to be the best she could be each day. As I entered college, my experiences with Susie led me to decide that not only did I want to be an elementary teacher, but I also wanted to work with students who had special needs. I never forgot that feeling of accomplishment I had when Susie learned something new from me or conquered one of her goals. I knew that I wanted that feeling to continue as I moved toward my career path, so I decided to also pursue a minor degree in special education. Now, even though Susie will fully never understand the impact she's had on my career, I can't tell you how proud I am to be her niece and how thankful I am each day that she's in my life. I believe my Susie story is an important one because as public school educators, we have the awesome opportunity of teaching children of all ability levels each day. We do it willingly, and we take the responsibility seriously because as educators, we know and understand that what we do each day impacts all students, and we believe they are all worth it. Throughout the whirlwind of the past several months since I was announced as the Teacher of the Year, I've been asked many times about what led me to teaching, as well as why I continue to teach. The answer is pretty simple. I teach because I want to make a difference. I'm fairly confident that no one in this room decided to become a teacher or an educator because he or she wanted to be rich and famous. We did it because we want to have an impact on our students and on the future. We became teachers because we believe the youth in our state are our best and most valuable resource. We became teachers because we care about kids and want to have an impact on their lives. While that road is not always easy, we know it's worth it, and this is why we forge ahead each day in the work we do with students. I recently saw a TED Talk with Simon Sinek. His message was that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So take a moment and think, why do you do the work you do? What is your why? As educators, we all have the ability to make a positive impact on our students. As leaders, we've been given the opportunity to share our stories with students, fellow educators, community members, and lawmakers. I'm not sure I can think of any work that's more important right now than educating our youth. They're the ones that are going to find a cure for cancer or diabetes or create our newest technologies. It's our job to prepare students for that which does not yet exist. It's imperative that we continue to collaborate and learn from one another in order to provide our students with the strategies and knowledge they need. We must inspire them to ask questions, learn from mistakes, and persevere when they face challenges in order to help them move forward with their thinking and learning. It's our job not only to find our own why, but also to help our students find their why as well. Now more than ever, we need to be advocates for our profession. I firmly believe there's no career that's more difficult or rewarding than teaching. As educators, we come to work every day with one thing in mind, our students. Despite criticism and pushback, we aspire to create learning environments where we can engage, motivate, and inspire kids to reach their goals. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I challenge each person in this room to use his or her education in order to create positive changes in our classrooms, schools, and communities. As an ambassador for education in Iowa, it's my goal to work with administrators, educators, students, community members, and legislators to promote this change. We owe it to the students of this great state to bring our A game to work each day. This is our one moment in time to make a difference. Remember your why and go out there and be the change the world needs. I thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts with you today. As I close, I want to share a short video with you. The people in it are my why, and I hope they help you reflect on yours. Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart, fought every gain to taste the sweet. I face the pain, I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time, when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time, when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. I hope you make the most of your one moment in time and use it to help students and educators in Iowa shine. Thank you.
What a wonderful way to end our first day of business.